Hi, I'm Steve, and that's Raven.
Hello.
And this is the beginning of our solarium. Look, we got one wall up, and the way we did that is we framed it out on the ground. Look at it. Framed it out on the ground, and then we decided that we're going to use 100-year-old windows for the front of that. That should be great until the first hailstorm. Fingers crossed. Look, we got wall 2 going up right now. So the way that I'm doing this is each window is a varying size. I'm laying all the windows down in this section that I'm building, and then sizing the frame to that. That will ensure a perfect fit. Look at that, we got a second wall up. The second wall is 11.5 feet long. It goes into my first wall. It's gonna have windows, studs, 2 foot on center. You know why? Because that's what I had. Is it right? Is it gonna work? Yeah, it'll work just fine. Now I really got to figure out if I'm gonna put a door back here or not. I really don't want to. I just like the windows. All right. Look at that. Windows and walls. So the sweat drips down your Sometimes when you run out of timber, you just got to go find more. This is why I want to build a bandsaw, or at least have a bandsaw mill that I can do my own timber on. But look at this. Compared to down home Lowe's prices, these are about 50% off. I don't mind if they're a little splintery. They're going to be framing a house, so they won't even be visible. And this is what $300 gets you at a sawmill versus $1,000 at Lowe's. Holy cow. Gotta love it. Over 100 boards of cedar, 2x12s, 2x4s, 2x8s, 2x10s, all rough cut, ready to go. Well, this has been a little bit of a break since we've done worked on the solarium outside. You know, we had to finish a bathroom inside and then get another wall up, and it was raining and it snowed and it was crappy. It snowed in Idaho, not in Arkansas, but it did snow. But hey, look, we got the roof on. Well, at least the bracers for the roof. I know that they're wide instead of high, but it'll be okay since they're only holding up plastic, and I figure it'll give it a little more bounciness when the hail comes. And look at that. We got another picture window going in right there. Holy cow. Every time you look at it, it gets a little bit bigger. I know a guy. You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence. That, we got another wall up. These are going to be 3 100-year-old windows, and this is going to be a glass door window that I pulled out of a house that a lady was nice enough to let me use. Look at that. Slowly getting there. Then we'll add another almost 350 square foot to the house. And man, this will be nice. So check this out. This is the way I got it, and I think it's really cool on how it's done. Because I don't have this wall yet. Oh shit, I'm almost dying. There's a saw there. It happens sometimes. Okay, because I don't have this wall yet, but I still need this. What I did was I built a pillar. I tied it into this pillar right there, which just dug into the ground right there. So now I just have one continuous pillar that goes up and down. And then I tied that in, coming across here, to all the structural 2x4s on the interior. And now, everything is tied to the house. Neat. That, another day, another wall. Now we just got to put on the joist for the plastic on the roof, and then we will be ready to go. And with that final nail, we are all framed up. Now for the fun part. Windows, walls, sweat dripping down your shoes. And then we'll be able to get this into a functional greenhouse / wife's art room, which is probably going to be what it's going to be. Next thing we have here, we got our furring strips in, and those help distribute the weight of the plastic panel as well as keeping everything square. Got to finish up a little bit, but should be good to go. Look, roofing panels. We got a big window in. Now after like 9 trips to Lowe's and fixing all that stuff and getting pieces that were too short and getting pieces that were too long, I'm going to cut this down to 10'6". If my roof section's 10 foot, that means that I'll have the 6 inches of overhang, and everybody knows 6 inches is average. You know what the worst is? When you get the entire roof done except for 6 inches and you have to go buy new parts. So now I don't have my trailer with me, so I have a 12-foot piece of plexiglass strapped to the roof. Look at this janky stuff. That should stay. It's only 30-some miles. Well, 30 miles, and it worked. It was scary, but it worked. Look, it's a vapor barrier. Pretty excited about that. It's supposed to go down to 21 degrees this weekend. Had to get that vapor barrier on. So all the walls are up on the solarium now. Well, except the main entryway. I got some finish work and all that stuff, but it's livable. I mean, we got to do a little filling of the gaps and, you know, a little bit of insulation and all that stuff. But if you guys want to come visit, we can throw an air mattress in there now, you know, if you want to.
Hey, you stuck around to the end, and I appreciate that. You didn't have to, but you did. So, if you want to come and stay and visit, you're more than welcome to now. Don't worry, by the time you visit, we'll have a door on. Hey, I appreciate everything you do. Go outside, do a project, build something awesome, and don't wait until it's 28 degrees out to put on shoes. Here's me with a flamethrower.